The Palestine Red Crescent Society has issued an urgent appeal to evacuate the Al-Quds hospital in northern Gaza. The BRCS has stated that it has received a warning from Israeli forces to immediately evacuate the hospital. The hospital houses over 400 patients and 12,000 displaced civilians. Meanwhile, joining me first is my colleague Akshat. Akshat, over to you for more details.
Red Crescent Society yesterday made an urgent appeal for the evacuation of Al-Quds Hospital in northern Gaza to prevent any other tragic incident like Al-Hali Hospital, because it actually had to bear a lot of devastation because of the airstrikes and the attack. And according to the Palestinian Red Crescent Society, the hospital houses more than 400 patients and approximately 12,000 displaced civilians. If we just talk about Al-Hali Hospital, then an explosion also took place at the hospital in the Gaza city on Tuesday, which claimed the lives of hundreds of people, according to the Palestinian Health Authority. And however, the Israeli Defense Forces maintain their stance and say that this attack, they don't have a role to play in this attack, and this was actually due to a rocket misfired by Islamic Jihad terror group. And in a press conference also, IDF spokesperson asserted that the preliminary investigation suggested that the rocket fired at the hospital was from the barrage of rockets fired towards Israel, which was launched nearer to the hospital. Well, if we just tell you the latest update, then more than 4,000 people have also been hospitalized in Israel since the attacks have been going on from October 7th.
All right, Akshat, with that, I would like to thank you. And still with us on the broadcast is Major Mohammad Ali Shah, a defense expert. Sir, before I rope you in, I'd like to show my viewers this little map that I have opened on my screen right here. If we can reflect that for our, yes, right here. So this of course highlights hospital closures in Gaza. You can see there's a map of Gaza, and I've listed out the names of 9 hospitals. Number 5 of course refers to the Al-Ahli Baptist Hospital. It is located in Gaza City. I'm moving my cursor around this. I'll also zoom into this. This is Gaza City in the northern region of Gaza. Number 5 of course, that hospital that had faced an attack earlier. And number 4 is the Al-Quds Hospital, again near Gaza City towards northern Gaza. And the red area that all of you can see is the area that has of course been advised to be evacuated by the Israeli Defense Forces. So Major Shah, Israel of course is awaiting as of now a political nod for a ground assault. Its tanks are still mobilizing. They're of course gathering near Sderot. There were satellite images that were showing, in fact, the number of tanks, the sheer miles of tanks that were placed in and around Gaza. Do you think that the ground assault will take place or not?
There is going to be heavy casualties from both sides. Very heavy casualties, because Gaza has got a lot of underground tunnels. They are tunnels which one does not know where they are, how they are. In Hindi, if I put it, I would put it like a bhul bhulaiya. It's like a lost maze. Yes, so a ground assault will actually lead to a whole lot of casualties. That is the reason why even Israel, despite giving an ultimatum of 24 hours, a few days back, they had not gone in for more than 24 hours. They'd given that ultimatum, all right. And when the hospital was bombed couple of days, 2 days back, in fact, Israel released, they did a press conference, they released an audio where apparently it was, it had the audio of so-called apparently Hamas terrorists who were discussing that the hospital was blown off by a Hamas rocket which was fired from behind the hospital. There is a cemetery over there. From there it was fired and it misfired. It did not hit the target. That was Israel's claim. So they were, of course, they were counter claims that that audio was fired. Whatever the reason being, whoever did it, the very fact that it was a loss to humanity, and evacuating 24 hours, giving a 24-hour notice is actually not practical. We cannot even vacate in 24 hours where we are residing in a peaceful state. Imagine in a war state with family or with from a hospital. It is actually very, very difficult. Now, when a notice is given to evacuate this hospital, well, I would see it from this angle that, okay, people might say it, and rightly so, that it is inhuman, humanity is suffering, no doubt. But the very fact is, if you know a bomb is going to fall over here, and if I do not vacate that place and evacuate somewhere else, I'll be putting my life and my peers' life who are with me in further danger. So what makes sense? But the golden question is, where do these people go? The nearby countries, the Muslim countries, which were surrounded, they had closed their borders, they had closed their gates to them, they couldn't go there. Then what? Rishi Sunak, he came forward and he said, okay, Egypt should open for humanitarian aid, they should open the gates for humanitarian aid, all right. But now, even when they evacuate this hospital, when they flee the hospital, where do they go? That's the golden question over here. So the very fact is, humanity, I see, for a ground attack for Israel to actually go in for a ground attack into Gaza is going to buy several casualties, unfortunately.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.